All right, everybody, what is up? How we all doing? Justin 21, how we doing? Guys, Bitcoin dropped to the target we were aiming for. I hope everybody made massive profit on that Bitcoin short because literally our entry was amazing, guys. Amazing. So if you made money off that Bitcoin short, I want to hear it. If you made money off the Bitcoin long, I want to hear it. All right. Now we're going to try to keep this live for an hour here today, just because I want to get geared up for the New York session. I honestly don't know if the market has bottomed yet based on the bearish indicators, but I do know that we broke out. So I'm definitely not shorting anything. 10x long maybe would be okay. Tokyo dumped. Well, we had a little bit of a drop before the Tokyo Open. And then you can see Tokyo just dumped it. Absolutely dumped it to 91. 91.8 we hit. I would like to hit possibly 91 flat. But so if I go right here to right here, it looks like New York could continue to dump it because that is the bottom of the wick. I don't think London is going to dump the market right now. It's possible. Anything is possible. But we did break out, right? So we got the 15-minute. The 1 hour is very, very overbought. I would say that into the New York session, we maybe can drop down to about 91.4, but that should be the short-term bottom. If that is not the short-term bottom, guys, we got another problem. And the other problem is, well, we're just very, very bearish. So if we go on the macro, I'm not saying we're bearish right now. There's no reason to be. The weekly is going up, the stochastic RSI. But your 3-day is completely overbought. However, if you look at the this drop, I think it was on the 15-minute or was it on the 5-minute? Was it on the 4-hour? I could have sworn that Bitcoin bounced off an 800 SMA, but how's everyone doing, guys? Did you make money off the shorts? If you're making money on Beast Limitless trading, guys, I want to hear it in the comment section below. 444, guys, 444. U.S. market is closed tomorrow, okay? All right, so the U.S. market is closed tomorrow. Then we'll see what London is going to do. What is tomorrow? January 20th. So, guys, even XRP hit our short target. Look at this. We were talking about XRP, the short, right? We've been crushing this. Wow, XRP went all the way down to 183. Flash crash liquidation. All right, guys, massive profits. We made $5 grand off this drop. 40x Bitcoin short, $5 grand. I've been 40xing a lot, and honestly, I think 40x is going to be my play, and I'll tell you guys why. If you're just patient, wait for resistance, wait for support, wait for the trend to break. If you do 30 to 40x, you could literally make $10,000 a week. But you cannot trade in the middle. If you're trading in the middle, you want to use 10x. 40x to 30x trading is quick money. Can also lose it. But what I'm realizing, I only made 2 trades last week, guys. Made $10,000. 2 trades. And the trading account was about 5K. Just so you guys know. So people, oh, you have 100 grand. Of course you're going to make that money. No, I traded with 5K, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to do higher leverage in February. when we do our seminar. All right. And our seminar is going to teach you guys how to scalp trade, going to teach you guys how to use high leverage, going to teach you guys how to make money. Let me ask you guys a question. How would everybody like to make $1,000 a week US off of trading consistently every single week? Non-financial advice, so guys, protect your own capital. Okay, if you would, then you're going to love this strategy that I have in the when we do the seminar. Here's the thing, guys. What I've realized about the market now, we might never get an altcoin season for a couple of years. So trading Bitcoin, you got to be good at it. Yeah, you could trade altcoins and your large caps, but realistically, let me show you guys something right here. And then we're going to get to some more altcoins, right? XRP hit our target. Realistically, if you traded one asset, Bitcoin, that was it. And you can make $10,000 a week trading Bitcoin off of $5,000 leverage at about 40x. Okay, your stop loss has to be in place all the time. That means that you don't need to focus on anything else in the market, but you just got to learn how to do it, right? A lot of these other coins are just all over the place. Bitcoin has one good pattern, up and down. And you have a breakout here. So we'll see if we pump while the US market is closed tomorrow. We have a rounded bottom now, and we have blank space to about 95K. So if we're looking, and guys, here you can see too the bearish divergence is playing out. Remember, we've been talking about this bearish divergence for the past week. You know, it looked like Bitcoin was going to go to 100K. It didn't. It went to 97. And look at this. The bearish divergence is playing out. So if you look right here on your trend line, fam. Okay, if you look on your trend line, you're able to see that Bitcoin broke out. So we're probably not going to fake out. I don't see us faking out. This is a macro trend break. If we faked out, we would have faked out before. However, you're going to see Bitcoin coming back to the point of control, okay? And ranging in this area for a continuation up. And guys, I don't know if you can see this on the macro. Can anybody see what is happening on the macro, on the daily, on Bitcoin right now? Olga, how you doing? White, how you doing? CJ, DV, Yo Spazio, Abdullah, thank you guys for all coming on the live tonight. So no new, okay, so markets are closed tomorrow. There will be no live tomorrow then. I guess I should double check on that for sure, but I am in a long, guys, on Bitcoin right now. But it is not a 40x long. It is 15x long, okay? So here's the deal, guys. What I'm trying to show you guys right here, because nobody answered it, is Bitcoin has a massive, massive rounded bottom. Massive, massive, massive. Obviously, in the daytime or on the daily time frame here, we are just ranging. But this is huge because Bitcoin is literally forming a rounded bottom to about whatever that is, 128 to 133K. Okay, so AVAX. Yes, AVAX is actually a really good trade to look at, Olga, and I'm going to tell you why. You probably know why. AVAX already broke out. Again, guys, I'm in a 15x Bitcoin long, but that is about it. So if we look at AVAX or Avalanche, we could see we had a big drop. We can also see we have an inverse head and shoulders on AVAX at the moment on the daily. So AVAX should be bouncing up around. Let me go look at my liquidity gaps here on AVAX. Guys, when that Bitcoin drop happened, actually, I might get into a long on AVAX. I might. When that Bitcoin long happened, guys, or that Bitcoin drop, guess what happened? Gold popped off. Look at that big green candle on gold. Yeah, you know what, Olga? AVAX is a really good setup here. Thank you for pointing AVAX out. It has a perfect inverse head and shoulder pattern. So the entry would have been around 1210, but the entry would be outside of the breakout of 1275. Because we could go lower. I don't think we will. Outside at 1275 is where I would be longing AVAX. Now, here's the thing, guys. Again, easy money trades. Because you had a big dump. You're now ranging as a rounded bottom. And you know you're going to pretty much pump through blank space when we pump next. So above this 1275, 1278 target, okay? Olga, AVAX is probably my favorite trade at the moment, just based on the fact that we already did break out here and we're really just going to range. I don't really see Bitcoin dropping more because we already really hit the bottom of the channel. Michael, good morning. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you guys all for coming on the London session. It does mean a lot. We're almost at 400 subscribers, guys, which is absolutely unreal. I got money to give away for everybody, by the way. I am just waiting on my trading account to get approved for whatever, taking out KYC stuff. But once I can do that, I'll be able to send crypto. So I'm giving away $100. No, I'm giving away $150 because we're almost at 400. So over the next couple of days, guys, I think I'll do it in the New York session. I'll give some money away, and then in the Tokyo session, I'll probably give some money away. So Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Look out for the giveaway. Okay, it's only $50. Every 100 subscribers, we're going to give away $50. But once we hit 1,000, we're going to give away $100, 2,000, $200, right? I mean $100. So make sure you guys are watching out for that. Okay, I'm trying to find a good entry on this AVAX trade. EK, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so honestly, outside of this strong high, because this is actually a premium. But I am in a Bitcoin long, guys. I wouldn't do 40x. I would not do 40x. Wayne Rossi, yes, great weekend, man. Great weekend. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to be setting up after hours here in my city. So people are going to come to after parties and listening to DJs and stuff. And we're going to be the only spot in my city to do that. So I've been preparing for that. Pretty excited. And we're going to launch before the summertime. Do you see Solana pulling back with the long? Not really, mate. Okay, so if we look at Sol, right? here's pretty much the bounce off of trend. Now you're going to essentially see the market correcting. So if I was going to long Solana, again, I'm in a Bitcoin long right now. Again, kind of the same song and dance like with AVAX, guys, but for Solana. Outside of 134, and we pump all the way up to 142. Because you had that big candle drop. Anytime you guys get a pump, you're going to have a massive drop. Anytime you guys get a massive drop, there's normally a correction for a pump. Now, we are in a bear pennant, but I'll tell you guys right now, after a massive drop, this bear pennant's probably not going to play out. So if we were going to continue the downtrend, I can see us pumping to about 95K. If we were going to continue the downtrend. If we are going to retrace and continue to the upside, I could see us pumping all the way to 100K on Bitcoin. Possibly 100K. All right, let's see here. So if the US market is closed tomorrow, guys, there will be no live in the morning. Did Dash even get affected by the drop? Nope, of course not. Dash is absolutely insane. Bullish divergence. Dash is wild. So I want to try to find, okay, it dropped a bit, but I want to try to find an entry on Dash. There we go. Bouncing off of the fair value gap. Right? So huge fair value gap on Dash, guys. This is huge. And that means you're probably going to pump up and play to about 243. Entry on Solana above 134. Correct. Yes. So here's my entry on Dash, guys. I should have. I can't even find an entry on Dash because here would have been my entry. You know what? If you're not in a Dash long, I would get in a Dash long above 94 because then you're pretty much breaking the conversion line. Right now you've got resistance at the conversion line, and you kind of want to break that conversion line. So, but I am looking for Dash to pop to about 234, guys. So I'm just going to set an alert above my conversion line here. Play it kosher. And then hopefully we see Dash break out. All right, what is next? Monero dropped a lot, and now it is coming back up. Not much crypto is doing anything. I know Axie Infinity was pumping. Thank you guys all for coming on the live. I appreciate it. 1 a.m. London session. So Axie Infinity broke out, guys. Isn't that crazy? We got a real breakout on AXS, Axie Infinity. Look at this, real breakout. What is up, the Roblox Rush? I watched a video on Roblox, and literally they have gourmet restaurants. I'm telling you, gourmet. So I want to try, can I look at ETH? I could look at ETH for sure. I want to try to find a trade on Axie, not a short, but a long, maybe at the bottom here. Alan, how we doing? Okay, Ethereum. So let's see where ETH is going here. So we've got ETH, okay, ETH is in a different channel itself than Bitcoin here. So from this break pretty much to right here, the bottom on Ethereum should be about 3,100-ish. And that's in the shorter term, keep in mind. But I would say around 3,100. ETH could pump up all the way back to about 3,300. You are in a macro uptrend on ETH. So I could see Ethereum pumping to about 3,700 possibly. Again, guys, we broke out. So even though we're looking for shorts, you got to keep in mind we broke out. So I have a question for everybody. Who watches the NFL? My next question is, do you guys believe that was a catch? There's a lot of controversy going on in the NFL right now. And if you don't watch the NFL, disregard my question. Okay, we're also going to look at total 3, guys. Okay, total 3. I said total 3 need to dump to around, yeah, look at this. Total. That is not good. I would say we push back up here, but you can see total 3. Remember what I said, guys, with the pump? I said altcoins aren't the play right now. Bitcoin is the play. Look at what total 3 did. Total 3 came to the bottom here. We were ranging. Pumped, faked out, and dropped down to the bottom of the channel. If you guys are new to this channel or have been here for a while and you haven't seen the previous lives, guys, go watch. Total 3 dumped or dropped to our target perfectly. 49ers got hammered, yes, but no, the Buffalo Bills or whatever with the referee, that was the catch. That was the catch. And now everyone's saying the NFL's rigged. Yeah, look at total 3, guys. Total 3 is just dropping. We do need to come up above this line here because that is very, very crucial. If we don't get above this, guys, we are going to drop on altcoins very, very hard. Hanging in there, took some big losses, but made it all back. Longing Dusk was the revenge trading in 20x on Dusk. Okay, let's take a look at Dusk. I know we looked at this a couple weeks. Oh, wow. Look at this, guys. We looked at Dusk. Look, we looked at Dusk right here. And I ignored it. I ignored it. See, when you get the pump, you get the pump, right? Like, perfect falling with. You're pretty much going to see Dusk pump to about probably to about 46 cents. That is crazy. Maybe a short around 46. I don't know. But yeah, Dusk broke out. I wish I would have just, all my alerts don't go off all the time. So okay, sports is yeah. Look at LDO. Guys, make sure you post your wins, your Bitcoin short, your Bitcoin long. LDO. I forgot about LDO. Oh, LDO is starting to pump here a bit off of the drop. Yeah. LDO is looking very, very good. I would say that LDO could hit this resistance here or breakout. We'll see 60 cents. We broke out here. We broke out here. 4-hour candle has hit the bottom already on LDO. Not looking too bad at all, guys. Really, really good. So I would say LDO, well, LDO is pretty much going to come up to that 60 cent region. Olga, you're finding really, really good trades. Waiting for Dash. Yeah, Dash is going to be good outside of that conversion line break. Not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. How about I do want to go look at Polkadot because I know Polkadot hit that resistance that we were talking about. See, look at all these coins, guys. They're making inverse head and shoulders. Look at this. All of them are making inverse head and shoulders on the daily. I don't like the 3-day, but a lot of altcoins are making inverse patterns. So that is potentially bullish for sure. All right, let's see what else we got here. There's nothing. There's nothing. This market is so... We already looked at Dash. Dusk, Secret, Monero, XMR. Oh, look at this, fam. Look at this. Oh, Monero's about to pop. If you could get in along on Monero, Monero is just about to break out. $18-hour oversold, daily is oversold. Back tested the break. This is what I was looking for, guys. The back test of the breakout on Monero. I would wait till that 15-minute is oversold. Yeah, a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder right here. But okay, so we got some resistance right here on Monero. XMR. If we break out of this, guys, XMR is going to pop, 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 pop. I could potentially see XMR going to... Let's just have a bit of fun here. $1,400, guys. $1,400 on XMR. So Bitcoin's starting to come up here in the London session, guys. You know something that has been moving? Quant, QNT. Quant, or it maybe hasn't been moving, but it's for sure been trending. Oh, wow. Double bottom on Quant with some bearish dive. Doesn't really mean anything. Quant can literally pop off to, we hit the bottom, we hit the top. It could run back up here, but it also could go back down to the bottom. All right, guys, Bitcoin is starting to pump. Our long is playing out, our Bitcoin long. Just on a 15x, nothing crazy. 18 hours dropping, daily's dropping, 4 hours dropping. 1 hour, very, very oversold. So London, it looks like London is about to pump the market, possibly. So if we go to Bitcoin right here, we have a sweep. We have a liquidity sweep right here on Bitcoin. We should pump up to this 93 again, or Yeah, Bitcoin's about to pop, pop, pop. You had Tokyo dropping it. And now you're probably going to have London. Maybe not pop, but definitely move up. ICP does look good, Alan. Absolutely. Internet computer. Yeah, we had the drop on ICP. Here comes the drop on ICP, and then we have a little bit of a pump here. So ICP to around 431-ish would be a good area. We're kind of oversold on ICP, and we have a massive rounded bottom. So you guys could see right here, we're pretty much going to pump up to about 985-ish in that region. Shout out to everybody who's on the live tonight, guys. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you're new, let me know in the comment section below. If you're OG, I really appreciate you guys for joining the live. I want to look at what Dogecoin did because I told you guys this is going to be my golden trade. My trade of the century is going to be Dogecoin, Aave, and Bitcoin. Those are going to be my trades of the century. I'm going to tell you guys why. You can make a lot of money off Dogecoin. I actually think Dogecoin and Aave are the top trades to trade in crypto. I'm talking really big money. So Dogecoin rejected the resistance, but if you guys look right here on your 4-hour, your 1-hour time frame, it looks like Doge could absolutely run up. Now, it is in a downtrend, so I'm not looking at Doge yet. But when Dogecoin breaks out of here, we go gangbusters on Doge, and this thing is going to run all the way up to here, and you are about to flip your bull market support band, which is really good. Doge is going to be a really, really good play. And how about Aave? Not sure what Aave is going to do. Aave broke the channel. We're on a little bit of a downtrend right now on altcoins specifically, but Aave, it looks like we could be bouncing off of this area right here. Aave never broke out yet like Bitcoin. So potentially Aave could push up to 169 or 170. That is a 5% pump, which is really good. And I mean this, guys. Aave, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin are going to be your top trades for less volatility and all that, and just making a lot of money. What else do we got here? Near dropped a bit. Tau, Pump Fund. I know we looked at Pump Fund and Pump Fund broke out. But it didn't hold the breakout. Well, it held the breakout, but it didn't. So Pump Fund broke out. So I see Pump Fund just ranging around right here and then continuing up. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. We bounced off this channel right here. So once Pump Fund breaks out of this, it will fly. So make sure you guys set an alert on Pump Fund just above 002 because it already broke out on the macro channel. CJDV Axie Infinity. I did look it up earlier. I did look up Axie Infinity earlier. And again, it broke out, right? So the breakout was looking really, really good on Axie, which means we're probably going to come down and test at about 132. So if you guys want to short Axie, you could. Actually, Axie would be a really good short. Once the 15 minutes overbought, but Axie would be a really good short because you're going to drop down to about 129 for that retrace. Of course, if it broke out, I would not hold my short. But the 15 minutes very, very oversold. So, of course, wait for this to be overbought. But yeah, this is looking like a dynamite short, honestly. If you can find the 15-minute overbought on Axie, you could probably short it down to here. Look at Bitcoin, guys. Our Bitcoin long is pumping right now. Little drop on Tokyo and a little pump on London. So if we're going to continue the downtrend here, I see Bitcoin pushing up to about $95.1. Potentially 95.1. That 4-hour candle has more ways to go down to the bottom, but we'll see what happens here. Matthew Moore said, how you doing? Thank you for being a part of the live, fam. XRP. We did look at XRP. Who made money off that XRP short, guys? It hit our target perfectly. Now, XRP could pretty much come to... So we're playing out this channel here on XRP. Your next target on XRP is going to be about 247. 247 will be your next target on XRP, kind of playing this range. So if you look at the breakout right here, You've got resistance. So you could do one of two things. You could long XRP here, or you could wait for the actual breakout of XRP, and then it should pump to about 253. But I'm not sure how bullish altcoins are right now. Of course, everything's going to follow Bitcoin at the end of the day. No problem, guys. No problem. I appreciate everybody. Just want to comment, guys. Thank you to everybody in our app, beastlimitless.com. Shout to Sinster. Shout to Matt. Shout to Tips. Remember, guys, make sure you're in this. Okay, Stacks hit our take profit too. Who made money off that Stacks trade? Look at this, guys. Stacks hit our take profit. 31 is what we were going for, around there. So I hope you guys made big money on Stacks, guys, because a lot of you were shorting. Or a lot of you were longing, a lot of you were shorting STX right here. Now, what you can see is you can see that Stacks is bouncing off of the conversion line. And this should be the short-term bottom on STX. So I can see potentially, I could see Stacks potentially pumping back up to 36. Does Solana follow Bitcoin? It does. But again, altcoins are lagging. Bitcoin is the play right now, guys. A lot of money is going into Bitcoin. A lot of money is flowing out of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is absolutely the play. Could kind of see it bouncing around here and there and here and there. But yeah, I'm expecting Bitcoin to go to about 95.1. All right, let's see. London Open is in 1 minute or 2 minutes. What is something that another good trade? Oh, you know what? I wanted to look at Knight. Knight probably hit the bottom of the channel. Pretty close. Not yet. Here's the bottom of the channel on Knight. Pretty close for sure. So if we get this breakout on Knight here, we're going to be rocking and rolling. Set an alert right here. Who's longing Bitcoin right now, fam? There we go. We broke out of that resistance right here. Sandbox is trending. What is happening? Gaming's breaking out? Are we about to go into a gaming run? Sandbox broke out, but it faked out. I could see sand coming down. This would have been a really, really good short on at about 16.5. I think right now, guys, the top play for me is probably going to be Axie Infinity. Again, I would wait till the 15-minute is overbought, but you've already broke the trend on AXS. We could pump to about 190-ish. But once that 15 minutes overbought, guys, you should be able to get a nice short all the way down to 129, 130. Okay, London is officially open, fam, and we've got the momentum indicator pushing up. We've got a fair value gap here in the 1 hour. This is great. This is great. So being that we have a fair value gap that just formed on the 1 hour time frame, guys, that means that this should be the bottom of the market. So if you want to make money, here's what you do. You go super high leverage on Bitcoin. Super high leverage. And you put your stop loss at 92,400. Because now you know there's a fair value gap. If Bitcoin breaks 92,400, we know we're potentially going down again. This market is so easy to read. It is my favorite trading market of last year and this year. I am telling you guys right now, we are calling everything. This market is so easy to read. We're printing, absolutely printing profit. Loza, how you doing? Make sure you're looking at the trades in beastlimitless.com. See, Bitcoin's dropping a bit here, guys, but we got that fair value gap. So with this fair value gap, hopefully we bounce off this fair value gap right here. And then we continue to the upside, right? All right, is anyone in any trades at the moment, guys, that you want me to look at that you're in at the moment before we end the live here? We're an hour into the London session. Obviously, we can see Bitcoin coming down here a bit. Let's see if we hold this fair value gap. If we don't hold this fair value gap, that is not good. London's obviously dropping a bit here. I don't really see London completely dropping. I think we're just going to backtest this breakout right here and continue to the upside. We could be long for sure, but I wouldn't be going crazy high leverage unless you got stop loss below this fair value gap here. I would even say so 30x, 20x, 40x stop loss right at about 92,300 to 92,400. Of course, the 15 minutes overbought, the 5 minutes overbought, but you are bouncing off this area right here. Alan, OM, Mantra. I'm going to teach you guys how to trade fair value gaps the proper way in February with our seminar. So make sure you guys are locked into our seminar in February because we're going to teach you guys how to use high leverage, scalp, everything from A to Z. So OM is in a downtrend right now. I'd be very cautious longing it. But it did break out. Yeah, OM definitely broke out, as did every other crypto, really. Not a lot of them, but some of them. We have a double bottom on OM here too forming. And we are oversold as well. So I could see Mantra OM pumping to about 0.76 in that region. But I do care what Bitcoin's doing more than anything, really. So the 1 hour is oversold. 4 hour is kind of coming down here a bit. I would say we recover into London. But guys, if we lose this fair value gap, we're going to drop. If we don't lose the fair value gap, we're going to pump very, very hard. Let's see what else we got here. Right? So if I'm looking at Bitcoin, guys, that strong high breakout is going to be from 92.9 all the way up to 95K, which is going to be your resistance. Goldie, how you doing? Solana. Okay, guys, so we're going to look at Sol as our last coin to really look at tonight. I recommend you guys long Bitcoin, non-financial advice. But how I would be looking at Sol is outside of 134. So we looked at Solana earlier, guys, outside of 134. And then you can see Sol pretty much pop off after that, 134 all the way back to 143. And again, you can see Bitcoin's bouncing off this region right here, guys. So it looks like we're going to backtest this fair value gap and then continue to the upside. But I would like that 5 minute to be oversold. Shout to Sinster, love his calls and charts. Absolutely, they're amazing, right? All right, guys, so quick little hour live. That's all I really got for you guys today. We went over some good projects. Again, the goal is to make money here, not look at every altcoin under the sun. We've got Axie Infinity for a short. We've got Bitcoin for a long. And we've got AVAX potentially for a long. And that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys have a really, really good night, guys. Let's run it up. Share your wins in the win section. Here, long Bitcoin, high leverage. Let's see. Professor Carter, how you doing? No moves today. Maybe a slow grind up. Bitcoin's going to pump. As long as we hold this fair value gap, guys, Bitcoin is going to pump. But we need to close an hour candle above this fair value gap. All right. And that's all I got for you guys tonight. Come back tomorrow for the Tokyo session. at 8:30 to 8 p.m. CST. Yeah, it's going to be a real nice pickup, obviously, off that channel. And then, obviously, guys, we can see Bitcoin potentially pumping to $99K, fam. After that, $99K. So just so you guys know, your next target on Bitcoin is about $99K. This should be the bottom of the market. And we should see Bitcoin push up to $99K. In the shorter term, you got about 95.2. 95.2 in that area right there. All right, fam. Hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to go to bed because it has been a wild weekend for me. And I just wanted to go over the trade setups and stuff like that. Remember, guys, your fair value gap. If you bounce off your fair value gap, if you guys don't have your fair value gap, Lux, Algo, fair value gap, okay? Lux, Algo, fair value gap right here in TradingView. Put it on and you're rocking and rolling, and then you're going to get some uptrend for sure. Okay, I hope you guys have a great night. We will see you tomorrow on the Tokyo session, bnbslimless.com. And have a great night, fam.